What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. This is my Mariners CaP franchise series. My name is West Coast 22. I appreciate you checking out the video. It is draft day. The last video we did all of the scouting, and now it is draft day. So, if you watched the last video, you will know that we didn't get super lucky when it comes to Discover. We didn't get those top end pitchers that are always around in round 3, 4, 5 for you to take a pick on. So I have a feeling that we are going to have to guess on some players here for probably the last 3 rounds. I don't like that. And it might even be the last 4 rounds. I'm not a big fan of that, but because of we just didn't get lucky. So we're going to have to take some chances on some folks and try to get some luck here drafting. But for our first pick here, we don't want to go pitcher. We don't want to go pitcher. We don't want to go closer. We don't want to go Bravo. Avery is nice, but I don't think he'll be there. Bowman is our first option. Roach will probably be our our second round pick if he's still there. I'm going to add him just in case. Bill Floyd's an option for our first round pick. Cordero's an option. Blanco's an option. Gold's an option. Just depends on who is there and how lucky we get. McCullen, I mean, I think this guy dropped too much. I don't really trust this guy. Those are our picks here. Roach will be our bottom pick here. Hopefully in the second round, so we'll drop him down. But let's start the draft here and let's see what we have and see how many of these position players get drafted ahead of their ranking because they are position players, and that's what happens to them. So we're going to start the draft. We do have pick 17, but we are going to let this roll. I'm not going to skip ahead to 17. We're going to watch every single pick go. Julio Soto goes number 1, a position player. Who would have thought? 21 years old. We didn't scout him because we knew we had no chance at getting him. Steve Heron, starting pitcher, another 21-year-old. So this seems to be a college draft or early on. Pick number 3, Ahmed Klein. Another college pitcher. Goes number 3 to the Royals. Now we cross our fingers and we hope. Remember, I think the Royals were the team that jumped to like 11 spots. So good for them. Now we're going to hope Steven Ramirez is a closer. The number 1, another college. College goes 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so far, hypothetically, none of our guys have gone yet, which just means our heart's going to be broken around 15 or 16. Elvis Davila, another college pitcher. Peter Wiley, another. So there's 6 for 6 on college pitchers so far. I knew we wouldn't have a chance at Wiley. Weber, the college. Then this high school class must be absolute dog shit. Weinstein, JC1. That's it's another college. Still no 18-year-olds have gone, and we're 8 for 8 in the clear. Telshaw, there's the first high schooler that goes. Yep. Dan Telshaw. Mike Cronican. Wow. Giants are going to miss, or they know something that we don't. There's Cordero. There's one of our guys. So one of our guys goes at 11. Let's hope to God that we don't get a rough stretch here and 4 of our next 5 guys go. Okay. A Cordero, I'm okay with going. I kind of liked him as my second option. Almanza gets taken. I did not scout him. Dudley Ryder, did not scout him either. Here come the high school players. So far, we're good with Bowman. But we know what's happened in the past. Right before us, he goes. Neil Boeve. Starting pitcher. Don't like him. Wouldn't have drafted him. He's gone at 14. The Angels. Ike Egan, a high school first baseman. One spot left. Are we going to be happy? Is Bowman going to drop to his Benjamin Rex, the bad center fielder that dropped 40 spots, which means we have our pick of who we want. And I think our number one idea, Stephen Bowman. Again, he's not some high A potential. And this guy could be a bust too. He could be a 78 potential and we could get completely screwed. I don't know. I think this is a guy worth taking a chance on. He's good enough to play first. He will be our everyday first baseman, or rather compete with Clemente for it. But those offensive stats, the potential of those offensive stats are just too good. I'm hoping he is not a bust, but there's really nobody else to take that would be a safer pick. Floyd, I'm not a huge fan of Floyd. I would put him in the outfield. He can play out there, but his vision, his discipline, I don't think he'd be that good of a hitter. I kind of have a bad feeling about Stephen Bowman that he's going to be one of those 79 overall busts. But I think we have to take a chance. I just do. Number 17. We get another first baseman here. Stephen Bowman is going to be a Mariner. Now, we don't pick for like 40 spots. I'm not going to sit here for the entirety of 40 spots. I'm going to skip, and I am fully expecting everybody on this list to be gone, except for maybe Cabrera and maybe Roach if we're lucky. But Floyd, Blanco, and Gold are all absolutely going to be gone. Told you. Cabrera goes to the A's. I'm really curious what he's going to be like. But Roach is here, and I don't think we can pass him up. I don't think we can pass him up. He's a lefty. We need a lefty badly in our bullpen. And he is 20 years old. It's going to take him a few years to get there, but I think he is going to be solid. A lefty out of our pen that we desperately need in our bullpen, Frederick Roach, at pick number 53 to our Seattle Mariners. Now I think we're going to be in a little bit of trouble here because I don't really know what's left. I don't foresee a lot is going to be left, and we only have a minute, which makes this worse. Wow. At pick 92, we barely have anybody left that's on our board. I think it's a guessing game here. Chris Dominguez. Micah Montoya. He's 98. Will Karros. Christopher Molina. So this is unfortunate that we have to guess so much because we got super unlucky. All right. And 10 seconds to go. We are looking for an outfielder. Let's see if we can get lucky with Micah Montoya here. Again, I hate that we have nobody left to grab. We got really unlucky in this draft. Hopefully this draft is just not good, to be fair, and that's why we're struggling, because there's just no one to draft. We might go Bennett here. Another lefty out of the pen, see if he'll be good enough. There's no closers left to potentially be in that position, so it doesn't matter. We don't need infield for sure. It's not the worst idea to get another catcher. 30 seconds to go. Looking for outfielders. Sammy. 25 seconds. Lou Manzanillo. Okay. I think we go Bennett again here. It's another lefty. He's 19. Hopefully we can be decent on two of them and maybe hit a little bit. Two of them go. So do we want to go the outfielder or the third baseman? Outfielder is what we need most here. Giorgio Castillo, we're going to pick last. Although we really need a lefty. But I think we're going to pick him last. And see if we can get one of those NR not ranked type lucks. So we're going to go Manzanillo here. And then we are going to go Castilla if he's still there. They're both still here. I'm going to take a chance on Castilla here and see if this guy could potentially be one of those starting pitching who would have because no one else discovered him. That's what we're going to hope. So we're going to draft Castilla. A pretty poor draft to be people here. That was a pretty poor draft. That wasn't good at all. At all. 50 and we did get Castillo back, so that's good. I don't know what I went to there. I went to training, I guess. Castillo slides back in as a fifth starter because that's when he got taken off. Hancock goes down with his 6 ERA. Good Lord, Hancock. All right, I think we need to make a move here and get Hancock out of this rotation because he is starting to fail miserably. I really don't want to bring up the rookie either, so I think... Does he have spots left? He does. He has one more. I think we move him down to AAA. He's getting shelled. He's starting to lose. Is there anybody in AAA that's hitting well? I know before I didn't want to do that. Hubert Webb. Sweet. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Look at Corson, too. His average is not great, but he's 18 years old, and he's already up to a 73. Kill it, Corson. Kill it. Montez, I don't think any of these guys are good enough to come up quite yet. Do I have anybody in AAA that could come up to pitch for Hancock? I mean, I think Rosales will be the only option here. And I just don't think I want to... Let's do it. Let's do it. I will keep a close eye. So if he starts to struggle and starts to lose stats, I mean, those per times are not good. He's going to get shelled. But hopefully he doesn't pitch a lot. I will keep an eye on him and see what is up. And hope that he doesn't get absolutely shelled. Skip. Let's go sign some of these prospects here. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right. 55, 50, 61. Bowman wants 3 point. Slot value was super high. Of course, you declined the first one. Why wouldn't you? All right, so we're going to have some problems this year. Fantastic. Michael Montoya. Okay, all three of them. They are not ready to be a part of this. Montoya, I already tried my bad. Manzanillo. So Bowman, Roach, and Montoya. Is there anybody else? There's not. So let's add some of these people. We'll try Manzanillo here. Manzanillo. All right, we got him. So we'll move these other two up. We'll switch these two because Castilla can still get enough to be above 50. Maybe we'll see a little bit more about Castilla here. 10% scouting for 2 days. He was at 91. Now he's down to a 90. He's going the wrong way. But that's okay. But that is okay. Let's try Bowman again here. This guy's probably going to be a greedy little bastard. And so far he is. He's living up to his greedy bastard name. Okay, at least Roach signs. And then Montoya. I'll overpay a little bit just to get you done. We'll try. I kind of don't want to try. I mean, I was going to keep him around. Oh, well, he declined anyways. I was going to keep him around to try and see more of his scouting, but he declined me anyways. I could have switched Bennett here as well, or I could have removed Castilla to get Bennett to 50, but I didn't do that. So there we go. Just sign. Bowman, just sign, please. How much money do I have left? Ooh, we're getting close. Okay. We have enough to sign Bennett's, but we do have to wait one more week for him. Very uneventful draft, to be honest. Bennett continues to fall, which is not good. But we are done. Why was he in our... Is it Friday? It is. It's a Friday home game. I was trying to figure out why we're in our city. 54 and 58. We are done. 3 in a row. Take 2 or 3 from Cincinnati. Now, here's where it gets fun. Today's the trade deadline. We look at the standings. We are 8 games back of the Astros, but we are currently in wild card position. So, we have to decide, do we want to keep J.P. Crawford and let his contract expire and get nothing for him? Or do we want to keep him as he is leading our team in home runs? Conventional wisdom. He's hitting 294. 19 home runs, 67 RBIs. If we trade him, Cole Young's going to have to come in. And I just don't think Cole Young is ready yet. So if we want to compete, the answer is keep JP. Period. And I think I have to go that route. Could we trade JP? Absolutely. But we're trying to compete. We don't want to trade good players because one, that's I don't want to be one of those teams, and two, I want to compete. Damn it, I want to win. Dylan Moore, we probably won't be able to get much for him, and he's our only person that can play first base right now, realistically. So we will keep him. Ryan Stanek is an option because I don't think we're going to keep him, but dumping him, we're not going to get much for him. So I really think we just are not going to trade this year. There's nothing really to trade. Again, if we're trying to win, we can't trade Castillo. We can't trade Julio. Gilbert has 2 years, then we're going to have to pay the hell out of him. So depending on where our budget is at that point, we have to save some money for Gilbert if we want to keep him, because then the very next year, Kirby's right behind him. So if we want to keep this core, this pitching core, we have got to keep some money. So I'm not trying to maximize my budget, my 150 budget that I set for this franchise series, because I know that I have some players coming up that are going to want $25, $30 million. Probably can't give it to both of them or all of them, but I got to keep some money to try. So I think we're going to stand pat. So let's go through the trade deadline, though. And then let's go look and see what actually happened with trades and see if any creative players got traded. Yuki Matsui goes to the D-backs. There's a CaP trade right there. Haruo Fuji. The 98 potential Toronto Blue Jay gets traded in a straight up for Tamar Johnson. And he is now a Pittsburgh Pirate. And the Pirates go from having 0 to now have 2 with the addition of Timothy Ito at the start of the season. And then they trade for Teruno Fuji from the Blue Jays. So we have our third cap trade of the entire series, to be honest. Eugenio to the Orioles, but that's it. So we're only seeing one cap trade a year, which is kind of nice. I'm not getting tossed around all over the place, which is good. Okay. We beat Boston. Before we go view our draft picks, I want to look at something here. Top prospects. They did it. It's over. The promotion of Robert Jones has finally happened. It only took 3 seasons for the AI to figure it out and pull him out of AAA, where he's got a 3.08, 56 strikeouts. Yeah, about time. And he's an 81, and they finally bring him out of single A. So good on Robert Jones. We no longer have to hope that it happens. Neil Major, again, one of our new caps, Kyle Vigneault. Donnie Savior was a cap last year. He's in AAA. Vigneault's up in the majors already in his 18-year-old season. There's Landon Howard, our new one, and Timothy Ito, our new one. All of them are already up in AAA, which is a good sign for them. Continue to look through. We got Gonzalez and Jack Meoff. Jack Meoff is up. Gonzalez is still sitting in AAA. Do we have anybody else? I believe everyone else is up in the major, so that's good. Unless I just missed somebody, which is absolutely possible. But I'd like to see Robert Jones finally out of single A, which is good. Now we get to go see how he did. I'm not super confident in this draft, but let's hope we at least got a couple serviceable players. Okay. I mean, it could have been way worse. Could have been way, way better. Bowman, I wish would have been a little bit better, but he is a 71 overall. He is already ready to come up and play first base, or at least be the DH or something. 71 overall already. He's already got the contact, enough power to be serviceable, vision to be serviceable. So he's only an 85 potential, but I'll absolutely take it. Frederick Roach, we hit hard. A banger lefty in the pen. We'll probably give him a couple years. He'll probably be up when he's 22, which is not bad at all. Micah Montoya, didn't really hit. Bennett, we didn't really hit. Bennett's a 79, so at least we know he'll be serviceable as well. A 79 in the bullpen is not the worst thing in the world. Montoya, he has 30 points of overall to get, so not horrible. Manzanillo, the right fielder, he's got 43. He's going to double his overall, which is his potential, so this could be okay. But an 86, I will take it. I just hope he's not full speed and full fielding, and that's it when he's actually done. Gregorio Castilla, 78. Again, not great. Good depth. Probably will never make our major league roster, but good AA, AAA guy just to have. We always need depth. So could have been worse. It could have been much, much better. Now we look through. Let's see if anybody we missed, or just see if this was a good draft at all. Maybe this was just not a very good draft and just not a lot of 90s. I don't know. Let's see. Well, that's a good start for my idea. The Rangers absolutely miss on everyone besides, I guess, Figueroa, I guess, if you want to say. Braves don't sign 2 people. Their highest is an 84, and it's a lone catcher. Miami completely missed outside of their first-round pick, Edgar Almanza. Mets get nobody but some bottom 80s. Sammy, the right fielder, somebody we were kind of looking at, is a 90. Nats, couple mid 80s. That's about it. Bravo's a 90 for the Cubs. They get 3 lower 80s or so. So serviceable, but not spectacular. Weinstein and Wheat, 2 good picks for the Reds. And then nothing. Brewers get Mercado late. Don't sign 2 of their players. Couple guys. The rest serviceable minor leaguers. Pirates get 89 and serviceable the rest of the way. Chip Chavez, late pick there, 96 for the Cards, but everyone else, nothing. The D-backs don't sign practically their whole draft class, including their first-round pick, Emmett Gold. They do get Bill Floyd, though, which is nice for them. But other than that, they only signed 3 people, including Floyd, Knight, and the Gooch. But 4 people, including Emmett Gold, go unsigned in Arizona. Weber to the Rockies, practically nobody else. Kobayashi to Los Angeles, practically nobody else. Padres get a couple upper 80s, but garbage. Upper 80s for the Giants, then garbage. Baltimore gets nobody. Boston gets 93, nobody. Yankees get an 85, practically nobody. Another late catcher, but they don't sign their first-round pick or the Rays, so this could be a comp pick too. But 2 potentially decent picks for the Rays. Pitchers don't get signed. Blue Jays getting nobody. White Sox have a pretty good draft. Ramirez, Eloski, and Boucher, all pretty solid. Closer, starter, and second baseman, so not bad. Not bad for the South Side. Guardians get nothing. Tigers get McKenzie. Other than that, nothing. Bach, somebody we were kind of looking at. Royals don't really get much. Aseo, 86 is the best for the Twinkies. Milt Bryant, another guy we outside had our eye on. He goes to the Astros, 86, and then absolutely nobody. The Angels get nobody. A's get a couple or 3 middle of the pack in the 80s, but that's about it. So not a great draft. So my suspicions were kind of right to where there just wasn't a lot of bangers in this draft. I think I counted 3 or 4 95 or higher. That's it. So makes my draft look a little bit better. I wish a couple of those 70s cracked B potential, but they didn't. So what can you do? But it's not bad. We'll take it. Now that we've seen the draft class. I'm okay with it. Montoya, Bennett, and Castilla, we just miss. Could have been a little higher, but hey. The South Side of the Chicago had the best draft. Outside of that, really nobody. So I'll take it. It is what it is. We did the best that we could. Look at the awards so far. The MVP, Mike Trout and Austin Riley. There. Batting title, no surprises. Reliever, Munoz is killing it for us. He's currently in the lead for the reliever of the year, 1.99 ERA. Isaac, killing it for the D-backs. Players not only is in the lead, but is running away with it. 7 past the break with a month or 2 to go. The National League, Seth Rotz, Nats fan, the exact same situation, not only leading, but cannot lose it. 308, 18 bombs, 68 RBIs for Seth Ross, Nats fan for Rookie of the Year. Gold Glove and all that, we will not check any of that right now because there is just no point. But, I mean, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. We could have done better. We could have done worse. But alas, this is where we are at. We filled some holes. The draft was really shitty. First 8 players were college, so we did what we could. I appreciate you checking out the video, guys. Season 3 draft. Guys, if you want to add a creative player to this, there is a Google form in care of the rest. We will watch your player Every game season, we have one video dedicated to looking through the creative player. So if you're new to this series and you have a creative player in here, don't worry. At the end of every game season, we have what's called CaP Recap, and we go through just strictly through the creative players and look at their progression, look at their stats, and see how they did throughout the year. So if you want to add one, there's the Google form. Add it up, fill out the form, and I will jump in at the next possible spring training. Thanks so much for taking your time to watch the video, guys. Hit that like, toss me a comment, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell so you won't miss any of my videos. I appreciate you guys. Name is West Coast. Have a great day. We will see ya in the next one.